It was about a year ago when we stopped here last, the former American Legion home in Shamokin. Members of the Lower Anthracite Model Railroad Club had been working a long time then to build a 4,000 square foot model of Northumberland County railroading. They were putting in a lot of the little things that you'd recognize if you lived in a place like Sunbury. And there was Paxinus, Excelsior, and Coal Run. They were all here too. Well, it is Christmas time again, and so it seemed an awfully good time to stop for a visit to see how far back down the road to the 1950s this railroad had gone. The whole thing is beginning to look like an almost living, breathing, moving version of Northumberland County about 40 years ago, when steam power was beginning to fade into our history, taking coal with it. As with most layouts, there are two sides to this one, top and bottom.
There's a lot you don't see, the wiring, the turnouts underneath. There's a tremendous amount of wiring underneath this thing.
Following Tony Wazalewski around gives you a view of the electronic maze down below, and it also brings you out in the middle of a culm bank, the same one you can find in Shamokin today, the same one that was there in the 50s. The bank backs up on a place called Weigh Scales, which is around the corner from the Glenburn breaker.
They used to classify all the hopper cars and all the coal traffic out of the Glenburn before it went to Norrie. They used to classify it and weigh it here in weigh scales. And then from here it went up to Northumberland.
There's still the same attention to detail. All the little things you might remember. You remember the little things most, it seems, the nuts and bolts of a bygone time.
Okay, Pennsylvania 402 freight westbound through Weigh Scales Yard.
They still need headsets because the layout is so big, but they've had to take one more step toward control. Engineers now sit on ladders to see what's going on. There are so many hills and grades in the way. I couldn't help but think how no one came out when steam rode the rails, how it was taken for granted, and how one of the few ways any of us will ever know what it was like will be to come to a place like this. So the building goes on here at the one-time American Legion home, and it probably will for a few years yet. There's a thing about layouts, that they're never really finished. Everyone seems to like it that way.
We hope it's never done. That's when the fun stops.
I'm Mike Stevens, Newswatch 16, on the Pennsylvania Road in Shamokin.